Hi, I'm Kevin Curtin, Community Program Manager for Powerful Parkinsons. As you may know, I regularly interview our monthly donors to shine a spotlight on the people who make our work possible. Well, this week, I'm very excited to present an interview with one of my favorite people in the Parkinson's world, my father, Dr. Tom Curtin. So, enjoy. What is your name, and tell us about your experience with Parkinson's, how it entered your life, and how, if any, it changed your life in ways that are negative or positive.
Yeah. Well, I knew about Parkinson's, but it wasn't real to me. And then when I was about age 49 or 50, my voice started to change. It was an important part of my career, and I couldn't figure it out, and no other doctor could. And after that, I found problems with a little bit of tremor. People said, oh, maybe being on the keyboard all the time. Then I developed some other problems, and finally, it was me. I went to the doctors and said, do you think they're all related? And they said, like, what? I said, like Parkinson's? And they said, you don't have any cogwheeling. I said, but I might have Parkinson's. And then they changed their approach and realized what was going on, affecting multiple systems. It can be confusing.
How old were you when you were diagnosed?
A physician putting the diagnosis, I was 55. It took them about 5 years after their first onset of symptoms to realize that I did have it. I was starting to have freezing episodes. That's the one that clicked as a light bulb in their heads. I'd freeze, and I was stuck. And then they all said, oh, you might have Parkinson's. Yeah, thank you.
What do you do to manage it?
Well, a great piece of advice from one of the non-most educated people I know. And that was, I told him, he goes, wow, you got a best friend for the rest of your life. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, your new friend, Parky. He's going to be with you every moment of your life. You better treat him good. Work with him. He was right.
You exercise at home and you go to physical therapy. Can you kind of break down how many hours a week and how it breaks down for you and what you focus on?
Yeah, it really takes about an hour a day, maybe a little more. I do try and take one day easier during the week, but I don't like to skip a day. I feel like I'm missing something. And so I do something every day, but it takes about an hour for me to get both my cardiovascular, my balance, my coordination, and you put all the things together, it takes about an hour.
Do you think the difference between how people manage their Parkinson's makes a large difference in their quality of life and or longevity?
A person with Parkinson's will gradually watch their face change, their ability to express emotion spontaneously, like surprise, happy, sad, all those things. You lose them, but you got to work on them. And the other thing is your physical presence. You know, you got your stooped posture, your head goes down, your arms come together, and you get that facies of Parkinson's. And they can be managed. You know, we have programs that work for your speech. You have programs for, I have exercises for my face. I get up in the morning and I go through about 10 different facial expressions because I want them to come out spontaneously. But with Parkinson's, sometimes my smile's a little late, my laugh's a little late. I can't get the words out as quick as I want. And so it works back to what you were saying, we were talking about earlier. It's constant, I'm aware of it. I don't want to have it happen to me, and I work to prevent it occurring. So I work on my voice, I work on my facial expression, I spend a lot of time working on my posture. I'd like people to think I don't have it.
What if you had never done any commitment to exercise or movement? You know, like what if you just said like, fuck, this is a drag, I'm gonna take it easy. Where do you think you would be today?
Well, honestly and bluntly, I think I'd be dead. I mean, I've had it for 20 years, and there have been opportunities I could have quit. It's not easy. It's chronic. It's work. Sometimes people say you get depressed. I don't get depressed. I get a little pissed off. I get angry. But that doesn't help me. What helps me is to say, pissed off and I'm angry. Why? Bang. Now I know. Then I go work at it. Or I try to eliminate that. And then put on the other facies, not the facies of Parkinson's disease, but the one of health and vibrancy and being involved and caring.
So you are a monthly donor to the nonprofit that I work at,
Yeah.
for Parkinson's. Beyond me being your son and you wanting to be supportive of my work, why donate on a regular basis to a nonprofit that has to do with Parkinson's?
First thing I say, and the biggest thing is, I've been fortunate in my life that I have the ability to make those kinds of donations. Strategically for me, I give the money, I like to give monthly money because that's something the organization can count on and build around. But I don't want to give them all the money on a monthly basis because then when they come up with a campaign, maybe with matching money, I want to have money to give into that organization. So I look at organizations I want to donate to, I give them base funding, comes out of my, every month it's gone, and then ability to act when they say they need assistance. And that's the rationale I use.
Amazing. Anything else you want to say about Parkinson?
I mentioned the depression issue before. Some people can take all of the things and they internalize it and they do get depressed. People can help them out of that by reaching out to them and engaging them and realizing, as simple a thing as a salad. I watched my friend try and eat it and cut it. It's a mess. He has bad tremor. I don't. I say, "Si, can I cut that up?" He goes, "Sure." Cut it up and he can eat using a spoon on a salad, but he can eat it. And just little things. Just make it normal. You're helping a friend. Not a diseased friend. Helping a friend. Sorry I get emotional, but the quick way I get out of that is I say, part of the Parkinson's, and it is, but the other thing is I'm just Irish. It's like